Thinking about moving to Peachtree City, Georgia? Great choice, because today we are talking about the pros and cons of living in Peachtree City, Georgia. Hi, I'm Daphne Bousquet, local realtor here with eXp Realty. And although Peachtree City is a great place to live, it's not always puppies and unicorns. So let's dive in. First, a little background on this southern suburb of Atlanta. Peachtree City is Fayette County's largest town, and it has about 35,000 residents. And it is situated about 30 miles south of Atlanta. So, very easy commute. Let's start with the pros. Pro number one is the multi-use paths. The most notable thing about Peachtree City are the multi-use paths. Now, Peachtree City was designed, it's really a master planned community with 5 separate villages, and they are all connected by the multi-use carts. Now, the multi-use carts are great for walking, running, biking, but really it is golf carts that steal the show, because you can get anywhere in the entire city by golf cart. People here go to the grocery store on their golf cart, and there are golf cart parking spots. You can go to a concert at the Fred on your golf cart. And the 4th of July parade, you guessed it, people attend on their golf cart. And actually, they even decorate their golf carts and join into the parade. And the kids even go to high school on their golf cart. And that brings me to pro number 2, the schools. Peachtree City schools are part of the greater Fayette County School District, and they are really some of the best in the state. McIntosh High School and Stars Mill High School are 2 of the schools that serve Peachtree City, and they are very highly rated. And be sure to check out greatschools.org and niche.com for all the ratings on Peachtree City schools. Elementary school, middle school, high school, they're all fabulous. Number 3, family-friendly suburb. Realtor.com did a study and placed Peachtree City number 9 in their 2021 edition of the top 11 most family-friendly suburbs where parents actually want to live. So what they did is they took into account the percentage of children living in each city, school rankings, which we already know are very high, and to make sure that these suburbs were places that parents actually wanted to live, there had to be plenty of things to do. Restaurants, family-friendly businesses like daycares, and bars, and an easy commute to the city. Number 4, lakes and recreation. One of the things that made Peachtree City attractive to Realtor.com are the lakes and the recreation. Peachtree City has 3 lakes: Lake Peachtree, Lake Kedron, and Lake McIntosh. These lakes are for Peachtree City residents only, and they're perfect for kayaking, stand-up paddleboarding, and fishing. Of the 3 lakes, only Lake Peachtree allows swimming, and there are no motor boats allowed anywhere except for on Lake Peachtree, where a limited amount of homeowners actually have full boating rights. There's only about 100 homes that have those full boating rights, so you can imagine they are very popular. Peachtree City has plenty of parks. They have a splash pad for the kids. They have soccer fields and baseball fields and an aquatic center. No diving board though. And a field house and even a BMX track. It also has an amphitheater that has some excellent national acts that come and play there. And it is a really intimate setting. You can bring your own food and beverage, and we just love going to concerts at the Fred. Number 5, home values. Home values are high and have been rising for years. Peachtree City is a popular town and in high demand with buyers. And even in the last crash in 2008, even though home values dropped dramatically like everywhere in the country, they did not drop as steep as they did elsewhere. And they were a lot faster to climb back than the surrounding areas. So year to date, the average home price in Peachtree City was $485,910, and the median home value was $430,000. That was 12 and 10% more than the year before, respectively. Now, that is very good news for homeowners and people that want to sell their house in Peachtree City. Call me. And now for the cons. Con number 1 is home values. Now, wait a second. Wasn't that a pro? And yes, it is a pro when you own your home and you're trying to sell it. But if you are a starter and want to buy your first home, it is a little difficult in Peachtree City. And the home values are high, but remember, Peachtree City is a master plan community. They started building in 1956, or at least it was planned in 1956. A lot of the homes are older and they are on smaller lots than many houses in, say, Fayetteville, rural Fayetteville, Tyrone, the surrounding areas. They're older and they are on smaller lots. So although home values are high, you are actually getting less for your money than in the surrounding areas. And that is just because of the high demand in Peachtree City and, of course, all the amenities and the pros that I discussed before. Number 2, the Highway 54 and Highway 74 intersection. So the intersection where Highway 54 and Highway 74, the two major highways that cross Peachtree City, always get backed up and there's a lot of traffic there. Now, if you believe the Facebook groups, this intersection has got to be the worst in the entire United States. But between you and me, if you've lived anywhere else, it's not that bad. I've lived in South Florida, and believe you me, there are a lot of intersections that are much worse than this one. But Peachtree City and this area is not used to a whole lot of traffic. So when an intersection backs up on occasion, and yeah, it may take 2 light cycles to actually get through it, it is a major pain in everybody's, neck. But compared to north of Atlanta, this one is a breeze. And that brings me to the third con, and that is Facebook groups. So Peachtree citizens, Peachtree Cityites. Okay, so residents of Peachtree City are fiercely protective of the bubble. And yes, that's what we actually call it. It's the Peachtree City bubble. Now, don't get me wrong, if you move here, people will welcome you with open arms. It is just if you live in the surrounding areas, especially out of the county, you may be looked at a little differently in the Facebook groups. The attitude is that everything is better in Peachtree City. And you know what? Maybe it is. If you are thinking about moving to Peachtree City, be sure to grab my relocation guide. It's below in this description. And you will also find links to neighborhood tours that I did in Peachtree City. So check those out as well. And of course, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to this channel, and ring that bell because new videos come out every Monday. And I'll see you next week.